Hi, it's Darlene from Darlene's Creative Studio. I'm right in the middle of packing to go on a trip, and I wanted to do a quick flip through of two of the travel journals that I've just made. This one is for myself for when we go to Florida for January and February. I've made a double travel journal with two signatures in it, and it has the elastic closure, and I've just used like a map type scrapbooking paper. So it has the elastic closure and the eyelet is in the center here. And then on the inside, this is a card that is where we're staying. So I'm just going to flip that over, but you can actually add more on the back, which I did with the second journal. You can add more information on the back, so you can just flip it over once you've used that. So this is the one side, and you open it up here, and it's got my packing list with my toiletries and things to do before we go list. We've got this little tab here, and inside is the codes and stuff for the gates. We're in a gated community, so those are all our codes. And I'll put those in there, and then I have this little envelope here, and I've put some postage in there as well for US postage for mailing things. And then in the inside here, I have just like our shopping list of general stuff that we buy when we're down there. I've made that, and then some other things that we want to take with us, whether we want to take them or buy them. That's the normal everyday stuff that we use. So I've made up a quick shopping list. And then I have two different journals inside. And then I have a spot here for receipts. And then I just have the lined paper. And then I made this little, it's just like a bookmark, but I'm going to write something on here. I don't know whether I'm going to do some quotes or my general things to do, but I'm going to have this as my bookmark for when I'm journaling. These are all my journaling pages. So there's about I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40 pages there, and then there's another receipts pocket here. So that's just my bookmark for the first one. And then on the back, I've just added a little an envelope here. And these are some of the stickers that I got from my creative studio, your creative studio, monthly mail out. And these are also some of the stickers. And I just created some little journaling cards. I like to shop when I'm down there at Hobby Lobby and Joann Fabrics and that type of thing. So I'm going to try and keep track of what I buy on here, so that I don't have to go through all the receipts at the end of our trip and figure out how much money I've spent. So these are just, and then there's a tuck spot behind the envelope as well, so I've just gone ahead and done that. So there's an extra little tuck spot there with some lists. And then inside this one again, you have a pocket for your receipts. I've made another little bookmark, and this one is my wish list. So if there's anything that I want to get while I'm in the States, replenish some of my supplies, I'm going to make a little wish list here. And then again, just some writing paper, 40 pages. So that's my little wish list. Another pocket for receipts. And then at the back here, under this tuck spot, I just have another journaling card. I like to make lists. This is a flip up, and you can write here. And there's also a little card inside this little envelope. I'm just going to pull it out. And it just has a camera on it with some lined paper inside. But this is actually a little circle that I've cut out. So I might actually print a little picture that I want to save. Maybe the view from our balcony, and put that in there. Oh, upside down. And then I added a little envelope here, and then there's just this little file folder type journaling card that I put inside the little folder. And then I've just added some spots here. These are little business size cards, and they have some writing on them. So if I get somebody's business card, I might glue them onto the back of them. We like to go to different art galleries and stores while we're there, and if I find a favorite, I like to keep those. So this is going to be my own personal travel journal that I am taking with me to Florida. Let's see if I did that right. Yes. So that was my travel journal. And then we have some friends. We went over for drinks, and one of my husband's golfing buddies and his wife, and they were lovely. We had a lovely lunch, and he made me a lovely Noel sign, and his wife baked all kinds of cookies for us to take home. So we came home with all these goodies. And they are going away on a trip in a month or two, so I've made her a quick little travel journal. I did this quickly today before I started packing up all my supplies. This one has the elastic closure, and I've just used some of Tim Holtz papers on the outside and some fabric for the spine, and then a little bit of lace. And I put the eyelet on the front only because this was getting too thick and I didn't want to break any of the stitches. This is one of those labels that I made out of tea stain paper and a stamp that I found in one of my old stamp kits. And it says, "Go places and explore the world." And when you open it up, it's going to have a little list here. It says, "To do before we go." So you're going to list all the things that you have to do before you leave. You know, get travel insurance and make sure your passport is up to date, get some US money, that type of thing. And then on the back of it, I put something on the back, and this is for where you're staying when you're on holiday. So this is going to be all their lodging information, where they're staying, if it's at a hotel or a B&B or a condo, whatever, wherever they're staying, they've got that information there. And I've just put a little postage stamp there. And then when you open it up, it has I believe they're flying, so it's got the little flight information for going down and coming back. So that's their little flight tag, and another postage stamp, an old one. And then I've added this little vellum envelope, and I've inserted this little black piece of paper. And when you open it up, you can put your postage stamps inside this little piece of paper so that you can get them out a lot easier. I'm going to do that for mine as well. I do have some postage stamps in mine. I'm just going to make like a little sleeve that you can pull out. So it's a lot easier than trying to get your fingers inside the little envelope. They have a little kitty cat that was following us around yesterday, and he looks very much like this postage stamp. So I added that little kitty there for them. They're packing list, clothes, toiletries, and gadgets. And then contact information, their contact information or family contact information. And then I've added 2 little labels that she can use inside there. I've added a little journaling card here. And I just reinforced this edge because when it's sticking out, I find it gets battered around a lot. So get in there. Why isn't it going in? There we go. And then I'll just pull that over. And then I've just made a little template with some of the scrapped papers that I use for the booklets and stuff. And then inside I've got a little spot for her receipts. And then I've made up some card with some journaling prompts on it. Things that they might want to journal about. I've given her some prompts. Sometimes people get a journal and think, I have no idea what I'm supposed to write about. So this will give them some ideas. And then again, I made a little bookmark type thing, and it says today, so she can move it along to wherever she's writing in her journal. And I'm just gonna, I've used a little tiny paper clip there to stick that on. And then at the back it has another pocket for receipts. And then the same thing, the second book, and then I've stuck a little journaling card in there, places to see. And this one again has 40 pages. And then another pocket for receipts. And then I've done something very similar to mine. I've added this little flip up pocket here, and it has a little card in here and some little writing spots for her to write on. So that's that. And then I just cut some little slots in this sleeve, and I've added a little shopping list here, things to do list there, and then just a little memo where you might want to write some little thoughts down, and that's in there. And then in the back, I've added this really large journaling card that she can write on as well. So that is for a friend. And I'm going to give that to her before I leave, because will have most of my stuff with me, and I don't want to rush home. I have to make it just as I get home because she'll be leaving when I get home. So there you go. I just wanted to do a quick flip through. I started making some of the bigger travel. I got the smaller travel journals for somebody who's going on a week or 2 weeks that just has one signature, but I've started making the travel journals with 2 signatures, so that if you're going for a little bit longer or you want to journal more than 1 page, you've got the room to do that. So anyway, that's my new travel journals. I'll be making some more of these and getting these in my Etsy shop. I will be turning off my Etsy shop while I'm away in Florida for January and February, only because I don't want to take all my stuff with me while I'm in the States and ship it from there. So I'm going to shut it down for January, February, and I'll be working on a whole bunch of new products and hopefully posting them on Instagram, and maybe do a couple of flip throughs to kind of show you what I'm working on. And then when I get back, I will turn my shop back on. You can message me through my Etsy shop or through Facebook if you are looking for something specific. Then I can make it while I'm there and then send it off to you. Just let me know if you're looking for something, a travel journal or an Edith Holden notebook, or one of my Reader's Digest journals. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the quick flip through. Like I say, I'm heading off 2 days after Christmas, and I'm going to try and do a challenge in January, a daily challenge. I've made up some prompts and I posted them on a little crafting group, and I may get those together and do a quick video and show you all the prompts. And picking those, I pick one a day and try and use that prompt in the journal that I'm actually working on. So there's more to come. Thanks so much for watching, and hope you have a Merry Christmas.